Hey there, I'm Lee. If we have not met yet, I'm so excited to be joining you. I'm going to be talking about something today that I am super passionate about. Before we get started, I'm going to do a quick introduction for myself. I've been reselling for almost going on 6 years. I'm going to introduce the baby here. She's a lot of the reason why I am here doing this video today for you. Her name is Reagan. She just had her first feeding of the morning, so I have Kleenexes with me in case she spits up. Um, and so I've been reselling for, like I said, almost 6 years now, primarily, well, the last 5 years, exclusively from garage sales and thrift stores, some online. But this last year, about a year ago, I was pregnant with her, and I had heard about the consignment option and adding consignment to your reselling business as part of your business. So not total, 100% taking over or moving from reselling over to consignment, but just including it as part of your business, whether it's, 50% or 10% as a way to expand and grow. And so I started this journey, this process of offering consignment as part of my reselling business about a year ago. And I'm super, super passionate to be here and talking to you about it today. And so the topic is adding consignment to your reselling business worth it? Can you expand and grow in this method? And so, spoiler alert, I'm just going to tell you right up front that I totally believe that it is worth it to add some sort of component of consignment to your business, so that you are not so dependent on thrift stores. It also allows so much freedom. And for me, with being pregnant and having her, during the pregnancy, it was very difficult. She could sneeze. It was very difficult. And I had doctor's appointments like 2 to 3 times a week. And I just did not have the energy to go out to thrift stores and go out and do the sourcing that I normally would have. And so being able to have a consignment component and being able to get items on consignment was a huge, I don't want to say a game changer, but it was like I would not have been able to keep selling had I not had that method of being able to get items and being able to sell them for people. All right, so I'm going to give you a real quick outline of what consignment looks like in case you're going, okay, I don't really understand. So consignment would be just selling items for somebody else on commission. And so you would take a percentage of those sales. The really nice thing about this is it's basically a way to get free inventory. Yes, it's not yours. You, depending on the person that you're working with, they may want their items back. You are going to invest some time to get them listed just like you normally would, but you're not having to go and purchase items and spend your time to get them listed. You're listing the items for other people, and then you're only paying them when and if those items sell. So this is one of the things that I really love, because sometimes when you're out there thrifting and you're out there sourcing, you don't know sometimes, what's going to be a good flip and what's not. So you end up spending money, and then, it doesn't turn out. It ends up being a waste of money. Most of the time, things do sell and you do make more than your money back. But this is one of the reasons why I love this consignment component. I also love that it provides a service that people need. You would not believe the number of people who are looking for making money off of their items, who want to be able to downsize. They're not really sure how to get rid of their stuff. They're not sure how to sell online. And so this is fulfilling a need in your community, in the places where you're living, that people are looking for, and you're able to provide the service and help them. It's a really great way to feel fulfilled with meeting other people. I was finding as a reseller, I did not have a lot of interactions with other people. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I get out, I was getting out once a week to go sourcing, but I'm not really building relationships or conversing with people when I'm out doing that. And the consignment component that I've added has allowed me to do that. I've met some really nice people and been able to build those relationships. So we're going to get into like clients, which I know is a super official sounding term, but it's not. And we'll get into that here in a second. But one of the things that I found that's been really great is I've actually only mentioned twice that I am taking consignment, yet new clients and repeat business keeps coming in. The last time I actually mentioned to anybody that I offered consignment, that I did consignment, was probably about 8 months ago, because it would have been before she was born, and she's almost 6 months here in a couple days. So I've just been so incredibly amazed with this way to run your business, this thing that you can add to grow and expand and to diversify. And so about half of the clients have given me repeat business multiple times, 2 or 3 times. I have more coming. She's going to start taking over here. And the other thing that I've gotten is word of mouth. And so I'll work with a client and they're like, this is awesome. I made so much money from doing this. I've made way more having you sell versus me trying to figure out, how much do I list this for? How do I take pictures? But having, somebody who knows what they're doing, sell for them, they're very happy with the results. And so then they go and tell their friends, they tell their family. All right. So the first question that I'm going to address is where to get clients. And I mentioned this is like a very official sounding term. It's scary when you think, okay, clients, like to me, the word just sounds, I don't know, too stuffy, but I don't know what else to call it. So the way that I have gotten clients, and the way that most people who are running some type of consignment or some portion of consignment, yes, she's going to take over, is to go to their friends and family and to just post onto social media. Now, if you're going, okay, I don't have hardly any followers, or you don't know my friends and family, I do not want to sell for them. Or maybe you're saying, my friends and family have nothing worth selling. This is kind of what I thought a year ago. And I have a very, very small number of people that I have like on my Facebook that I come in contact with, because my Facebook actually got hacked. I think it was 2 years ago, and I just have never re-added. I don't spend a lot of time on social media. I don't post a lot. I'm lucky to maybe check in once a week. And so I don't have a huge, group of people. But even that said, just going out and mentioning, hey, I'm starting to offer this new option for you to consign and make money. You'll give me your things. I'll do the work for you and you get a check. Like that sounds pretty good to people, right? And so what I want to tell you with, if you're worrying about, hey, I don't have friends I want to work with, I don't have family I want to work with, what I've been surprised is the people that have come to me have been maybe people that I knew a decade ago or, a while ago. They're not like immediate family, which could in some situations be kind of awkward if you're consigning for immediate family or people you're super close with. They've been more, acquaintances, but they know you well enough to feel comfortable for you to have that trust for them to be able to say, hey, I'll trust you with my things, and I trust you to do your best with selling these. And I've been really surprised. I don't live in what I would call a wealthy community by any means, but I have been surprised with the things that I have gotten from my clients, we'll call them. And so one of the other surprising things, I did not have this in my notes. Oh, wow, there was the spit up. I knew it was coming. One of the surprising things that I have found when working with clients, this is totally bonus, like I said, not in my notes, is that people outside of resellers don't have a really good handle on the value of clothing, used clothing in particular. So they'll say things like, oh, I paid $100 for this. Well, that doesn't mean, if you've been reselling for any length of time, that doesn't mean it's going to sell for $100 or anywhere close to that. However, the thing that I found that has been surprising is that clients do understand when it comes to hard goods, those non-clothing items, the value of those items. And so they can come to me and say, hey, I think I have this item that's actually worth something. And 9 times out of 10, they are right. So that's a really encouraging thing for me to not have to go and, educate people about, how things drop, the value of things can drop. And so I've sold everything from collectibles to knives to hats. I mean, you name it. I've been able to get those items and diversify just with the types of items in my business. It's given me a fun way to expand beyond just the normal things that I would normally sell. All right, so the second item that I would like to address in today's video is how to make sure that you're getting high ticket items, because you are selling based on commission. And so you're not going to be, making 100% of the profits like you would if you were selling for yourself. Yes, you didn't have to go and buy the item, but you're going to need to pay out money to your client for them giving you the item, right? That's just kind of how consignment works. And so the couple things that you can do to ensure that you get high ticket items, ones that are going to be worth your time, because you are going to be investing your time, you're going to be taking pictures, you're going to be listing, is first to set a minimum dollar amount that you will take for a resale value. Now, this is going to really depend on where you live and what kinds of people that you have contact with. There are consigners out there who do set a higher minimum, maybe $50. For me, that $50 threshold is just not very feasible based off of where I live, the people I know. I don't have rich friends. Sorry, friends, if you're listening. So go ahead and set a minimum. For me, I set my minimum at $20, which brings me to the next point. To ensure that you get high ticket items is to be okay with saying no, with turning people away. And there's been plenty that I've had to turn away. And so if you have this minimum already in place, already set, it's easy to say, hey, the minimum resale value, the minimum resale value that I take is such and such. And based on your items, they're not quite there. It puts it on like, okay, I already have this policy in place. And it's not so like awkward saying, telling them you're not going to take their stuff, if that makes sense. So yes, you can tell I am super passionate about this. It has totally like changed everything from me not being able to continue my business with the difficult pregnancy and then, newborn, to be able to still be bringing money in for my family and having items essentially brought to me or given to me. Sometimes I pick up. I have a client, she's probably on her 4th time of consigning with me. She just contacted me again a couple of days ago. She's like, I'm going to have more stuff for you. So it's amazing how, even the same client can keep bringing you repeat business. All right. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, something that you maybe want to give a try, I've put together a starter kit to add consignment as part of your reselling business. And this is going to fast track your success. I've packed everything in here. If you're going, hey, I don't know what I say to get clients, to get people to consign with me. I have everything all written up as a swipe file where you can essentially drag and drop that into a social media platform where your friends and family are hanging out. It has everything that you need to say. I also have an agreement that's a done for you template. If you're going, okay, I don't know, how to write up an agreement with a client. I don't know the things to include. It's all done for you. It's basically you fill in a few blanks and you're good to go. You could print it off and have a client signed by tonight. I've also put together an inventory intake spreadsheet, as well as it automatically calculates your earnings. And so I like to give this to my clients when they first consign with me and it says, hey, I'm taking in item A, B, C, D. This is how much I'm going to be listing for. And then when those items sell, it gives me a place to go and say, hey, this item sold for this much. And then like, this is my earnings, or this is, how much I need to pay my client for their, for consigning with me. So it's all calculated for you in that spreadsheet. The kit also includes a workshop that goes step by step with everything you need to know. And it's how I got started. So I'm super excited, whether you're saying, hey, I want to do this right now, this sounds really awesome, or if it's something that, down the road that you're saying, okay, I don't want to be so thrift store dependent. I want to have a way to diversify my items. I want to have a way to diversify my sourcing. So the kit is on sale right now in my shop. It's called the Empowered Reseller. And I do have a link below the video if that's something that you're like, hey, I need help with this. I need help knowing what to say. I need help knowing how to write up an agreement. I need help with just understanding a little bit more in depth how consignment works and how the whole process works. And so thank you so much for joining me again. The link for that kit is in the video, or is in the notes below this video. And I'm going to go ahead and wish you a fantastic day before this little one starts making a little bit more noise. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to be adding this component to my business and to help you add it to your business as well, because it has been such an amazing process, an amazing journey. So thank you, and have a fantastic rest of your day.